Howdy, everybody. Today, we are going to correct the paint on this 2020 Kia Sorento. Paint correction is something you don't know you need until you know you need it. And what it is basically when you drive down the highway, you hit bugs and whatnot, find dust particle. If you go through the automatic washers as well, those machines just slap your vehicle and they probably have dirt on them from the previous car, you know what I mean? And all these fine particles, what they do is that they create swirls on your paint. Let me see if I can see it in the camera. The swirls is some little scratches that appear in your clear coat around the light. But I'll be able to show you them more clearly after we wash the car. But also we'll be correcting little scratches like these. So we want to have a perfect coat. For the dents and chips, we're going to approach that when we get a correction pen. You still got to buff out the area that you correct, wax and seal it. But for today, we're going to just approach like the bigger scratches and try to reduce the swirls in the paint. And this video is to help you if you just want to get your car, you know, or keep it in shape. The next thing to know about this is if you do this to your car, you cannot use a drive-through. Bucket washing it or unwashing it is recommended, and you have to be thorough. Some people use 2 buckets, one to wash, one to rinse. That way when you finish washing, that dirt, that residue from all the wash don't get back in your rinsing water. But I use a foam cannon system and thing like that, and the 1 bucket method. So I wash with the bucket and rinse with the cannon, and that should be going. So we're gonna have a few commentary in between, but this is most likely just an observation video because it's the first we are trying the process, and we're about to repeat it like 4 times. So I think we're gonna master it, and at the end of it we'll tell you our findings, the best way we find to do it. But for now, we can tell you for sure that doing it is beneficial. It helps you to maintain that clean, pristine look and keep up that, you know, the equity in your vehicle. You feel me? So let's roll her out, wash her, time lapse. Okay guys, so we have it dried, and at this point you're supposed to see the swirls I'm talking about without any type of problem, just scratches. And this is circular motion, and this motion is how I usually wash the car too. So can't see that, I can't say without doubt that most of that is my doing. But when we are sure that in the crevice right here is dry, all between these cracks, because you don't want to start your detail, your buffing job, your paint correction, and then a drip of water just run out. That's like wetting paint, because you know, with all the friction, the polishing compound, the cutting compound, it's gonna mess it up. So we gotta let it dry. So these are the defects we're gonna be trying to get out. No matter how you wet it and rub it, it won't get out. So we're gonna show you that when you're trying to keep your paint in factory setting, keep it all beautiful, these steps is that you need. We're gonna get to them when you come back. I've always, ever since I've been washing cars, this car, any car I wash, these side mirrors, the back of them always seem to get the worst of the bugs, and that's because they're sticking out of the aerodynamic pattern, or they are part of it. So the face, the grill in here, so catches all the bug, but that part, as I see, it streamline, and that's just sticking out against the streamline, so it picks up a lot of bugs. So we're gonna start the clay barring process from here and show you what it's all about, where you need to get rid of it. We're just inspecting some scratches, like if this is visible. We're trying to get rid of these. We want a mirror finish. We want every customer to see themselves when they're walking up. This is what we're waiting to. We're waiting for all of these to drain out and dry. So we're gonna give it some time, and when we come back, we'll get to the next step in the process. Alright guys, so this is the kit I'm working with, and this is not a period promotion or anything, but these guys, Megars, whosoever they are, they had it all packaged up, and they had it step for step, which make it just easier for us as a beginner, because I'm a beginner to this type of paint treatment. And so this is the clay bar, and then after the clay bar you have two more steps, and we have them right here, which is the compounding and the quick wax. So we have compound, quick wax, and I went for these chemical guys. They are top shelf, because at the end of the day, the polish is where we do the scratch removal. So I went on the top of the shelf for scratch removal. But if you want to get all four of the product from Megars, you can. They have it well packaged up, as you see, with even instructions and stuff like that on it to make it easier. So as I said, this is not a promotion, but I just think as a DIYer, if you're at that level where you're just trying to maintain the vehicle, or if you're flipping a car and you're trying to keep the cosmetic up on it, this is one way to, you know, get all the gum grime off it and have your paint looking new. So this is the step. I don't know the name for all the steps, but each steps can be done individually. Each step done individually work well. So you can just clay bar your car if you want, and that will remove any like little blemishes, spots, dried up bugs, bird dung, things that the soap and the water can't generally get out. And then you can just, you know, shine your car, or you can skip all the other step and go to the buffing with the scratch remover thingy, which is not recommended. I think it would be recommended to do everything, because if you don't get the car clean as possible, you'll be just smushing dirt into the paint. So it would really be, if you're doing paint correction, you just grab yourself the package, or you can even look at the steps today we have here. So you need the clay bar, you need a compound, the ultimate compound, you need the polish, and you need the wax. So Based off that, we know that each step you have to take, it don't matter which product you use, your clay bar, your car, you get some compound it in, then you polish out the scratches. Then so we're gonna put back the car in the garage, and or we're gonna put it back under the tent here about in the garage. So we got it as clean as possible, and we're gonna try and put it in the under the tent, and we're gonna clay bar it first. So we're gonna do the first step, clay barring, then compounding, then polishing. And so we're gonna go down the side. If you can see those watermarks right there, those spots, and all the scratches. So we're gonna just try to get rid of all of that. Well, let's start by clay barring. Our product, this is what we get inside the box. We get the quick detailing mist and wipe, we get a cloth, and we have our clay bar. So what we're gonna do first is we are going to get our clay bar, and we're going to open it up so we have the area. Then press it flat. You just want to be able to cover it. Make sure your hands clean, because I touched the clay with my dirty hands. Make sure you have as much surface area as possible. Get the surface area. There. And as I said, this is where I start because it catches the most bug otherwise from the grill. Well, it just really just takes everything away. And so we're just gonna wipe away. Okay, so I finished with my clay bar and when they come out the box they're all white and clean like this, and this is what we get. We did some repair, and apparently some of the paint had caught the clear coat. It picked up even that as well. So we did a very good job. Let's go and look at it. Okay guys, so the first step was clay barring, and I don't know if you can notice the difference, but it is the first step to paint correction. It has the coat looking brighter, shinier, and smooth to the touch, because that's what the clay barring is all about. Oh, I know. Oh, when each panel is done, look at that, smooth, no bumps, no nothing. So it's like before I clay bar it, I rub my hand over the area, then I clay bar, dry, and then rub my hand over the area again, and then I can feel the difference, and then I keep doing that until I'm satisfied. So time to move to step 2, which I believe is compounding. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the next step, which is compounding. And compounding is to remove like the watermarks off it, the bird droppings, that after we clay barred away the pieces of bugs and stuff, there is still the splatter stain. So compounding is what you use to get that away. So we're going to get to that next step. Let's go. Also on our buffing machine, we're gonna get a bigger buffing machine, more capable, but for now, because it's just a light job, as I said, we aren't going for perfection. We aren't selling these vehicles, we're just maintaining the look on them. We're gonna use this nice pad here, and we're gonna start with this sponge here, which we're gonna use to compound. And I think the sponge is to kind of get in there a little bit aggressively, and as I said, remove that water stain, that the bug splatter thingy, and then the polish, we're gonna use a microfiber cloth, which is for that smoother, sparkly finish. So compounding, let's go. All right, I don't know if you guys can see this scratch right here, but we're gonna do our first pass just to give you guys an example. Then we're gonna time lapse us buffing it out and showing you guys the benefit of buffing. As I said, this is not an auto, this is just an informative video showing you that these are the procedures you go through to correct your paint and keep it in factory setting even after years of. So I'm gonna start by applying a little bit to the pad. Oh crap. And then I'm gonna just touch it onto the area without the machine being on. Okay, we do that. We're gonna apply some more, some more to the pad. Then we're gonna work it in again, just trying to make sure that the area itself is covered and the pad itself have enough material on the inside. So we're gonna go ahead and turn on the machine now. We're just gonna make a couple passes. Overlapping motion. Okay, so let's wipe it away just a bit, and as you can see, the scratch, and we wipe away and the scratch is gone, all but vanish. And as I said, we still have one more step to go, or 2 more steps to go. Okay guys, here is the end where we stop for today, and we're gonna have to stop for today because it has to go out. I have a next car that I have to tend to. So far we got this clear board and compound, and it's perfect because it's a 2020 Kia Sorento. There's not much paint damage and stuff like that, so having the clear bar is removing all the contaminants in the paint, all the bugs squished in it, and then the compound is cutting off any, I call it like the little thing like that film. Some of the time when the film get high, your car, you can visibly see it. You go to wash your car and you miss a spot and you see like that little high spot. So that's what compounding does. Compounding clears off any film that has been up on the car. So while you look at it close up, you'll not see any water droplets from previous car wash or anything like that. So if you're detailing it and thing, don't get frustrated with your outcome. Do it until you're comfortable with the outcome. So clear bar it until you think it's smooth enough. Then you do your compound. As I said, there are 2 more steps missing, which is the polishing and waxing. We're gonna stop here for today, and this is the most we're gonna be able to give you. I hope you like the result. I hope you can see the difference in it. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe. Boom, I'm out.